Hey, what is going on, guys? Thanks for checking out this video of my sports, Gematria. In this video, I'm going to go over a basketball game for Monday, November 29, 2021. I'm going to show you highlights of each side, and it's going to be up to you to determine who you think will win based on the numbers. I encourage you to add additional information on top of this if needed for you to feel confident in your own pick. And if for some reason you're curious to know who I'm picking in these games, you'll have to join my Patreon. My picks are always in writing, underlined, and italicized. For more information on that, please read the description of this video. I wish you guys the best of luck in your picks today. Let's go ahead and get into the game. We're going to be looking at the Charlotte Hornets versus Chicago Bulls. On this side of the screen is what I call my daily numbers, date numerology, Gregorian Hebrew calendar. And on this side of the screen is what I call my game numbers, numbers specific to the game. For example, up top here is the away team, their coach's record, their season record, and any other notes I want to add to it. Right here in the middle is the head-to-head record between the two teams, all-time, regular season, and for this season in particular. And then at the bottom is the home team, their season record, their coach's record, and any other notes I want to add to it if needed. So we're going to look at some numbers that favor the Bulls, which is the home team. And then we're going to look at some numbers that favor the Hornets, which is the road team. So let's go ahead and start with the Bulls. What numbers I think would allow Bulls to win this game is I think the Bulls coach has an potential interesting numerical thing that could allow him to win this game. It's his 494th regular season game as a coach. It's his 94th regular season game as a coach specifically for the Bulls. And he's currently sitting on 49 losses as a coach specifically for the Bulls. So you have this 4-9, this 9-4, and then you have this 4-9-4. And so with this 4-9-4, this 9-4 here, it could allow him just to sit on that 49 and pick up his 45th regular season win as a coach specifically for Bulls. And today does have 45 date numerology on the Gregorian. Between the Bulls and the Hornets, the Bulls could get their 75th all-time head-to-head, not all-time, excuse me, could get their 75th regular season head-to-head win against the Hornets. And the reason why I have the 75 marked as a bright yellow, is because this is the NBA season that's all about doing tributes to the number 75. It's celebrating the 75th anniversary. And I know this is the first of 3 games head-to-head between these two teams. So I figured in one of the 3 games, the Bulls are going to win and get their 75th head-to-head win against the Hornets in a season that's celebrating the 75th season. However, we got to guess whether it's going to be the game 1, game 2, game 3. And I guess you could add that 75 in with the 494, 94th, him sitting on 49. And then say, okay, they're also going to get their 75th regular season head-to-head win against the Hornets. Something you could say. Today has 45 and 81 date numerology on the Gregorian. 81 sums to 108. And Hornets coach can sit on 108 regular season wins as a coach specifically for Hornets. Bulls do come into this matchup sitting on 81 all-time head-to-head wins against Hornets on a day with 81 date numerology. But if Hornets coach sits on that 108, that 81 could just pop over to 82. Maybe there's a matchup in game 2 or game 3, their date numerology that lines up with 82. The next time they play each other is in February 9th, and then they play each other April 8th. So they have some good distance between each one of these games. If you look at the last 5 here, Bulls haven't been doing so good in comparison to Hornets. Hornets has got 3 out of 5. Bulls only 2 out of the last 5. Both teams losing to the Rockets. Not much injuries noted. But that's kind of all I have for the Bulls, really. I think if anything, it's going to just come down to the coach if the Bulls do win this game. if the Hornets were going to win this game, if we were going to look at some Hornets numbers, we could say 45 date numerology on the Gregorian. Hornets get their 45th regular season head-to-head win against the Bulls. 81 date numerology on the Gregorian. Bulls sit on that 81 all-time head-to-head win against Hornets with a loss. If that were to happen, Hornets would get their 47th all-time head-to-head win against the Bulls. And this is where it sets the Hornets up if this were to happen. The number 47 sums to 149. And the number 77 sums to 149. And so the Hornets could potentially become 14-9, like 149 for a season record with the win, as they get their 47th all-time head-to-head win against the Bulls. 47 sums to 149. As they become 7-4, like 77 sums to 149. 14-9 for a season record, 7-7 on the road with the win. If that were to happen, Bulls would become 6-5 at home for a season record, like 65. And 65 sums to 139. And they would also become 13-9 for a season record with a loss. So some pretty good things going against the Bulls here. This was kind of tricky because the 149 and the 77 and the 47, 81 are pretty convincing. But the coach record with the 494, the 94, they could sit on that 49 as he gets his 45th. Might have to look towards future games here. Let's go to the Bulls schedule. Bulls, they play Charlotte. Their next game is December 2nd. I haven't pulled that date numerology. Yeah, oh, I was just on it. Let's see here. 283, 289. That'd be the 336th day, 87th day, 264th. Bulls, 14-8, 13-9. Their coach, 207, 50, 44. I don't know. I don't see anything sticking out. That's a tough one. When do the Hornets play next? I think it's Wednesday. Wednesday the 1st, yeah. I have that. I pulled that date numerology. I just haven't done anything past the 1st yet. So on the 1st, 34, 18, 335. 149 is the 35th prime number. You know, maybe they go into the 335th day, 14-9, the 35th prime. Maybe that's the thing. On the calendar that I completely made up, it will be the 154th day. I mean, I made it up in the sense that I constructed it in comparison to the Hebrew calendar. The Hebrew calendar has two different sides. The Gregorian only has one side. I made the second side, so that it has two sides and then two sides. But it will be the 154th day. Hornets coach, he can get his 154th loss regular season on Monday, or he can get it here on Wednesday on the 154th, or not at all. But that might be an option, maybe. It'll be his 273rd regular season game on Wednesday this day, and it'll be the 27th day of the 3rd month on the Hebrew Civil, 273. It'll be his 273rd. Will he come into this day on 154 losses on the 154th day, or will he get his 154th loss on that day? That's kind of the question that we're trying to solve here. But that's what I have so far on both sides. I definitely recommend continuing on and adding more to this if need be. Hopefully this gets you started, and hopefully this helps. Definitely a little bit of a tricky game, but I wish you the best of luck on your pick. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support.